Here's how a seller tries to sell a break-even business for $4 million. Context: physical security business, West Coast, $3 million in revenue, claiming $1 million in profit. How did normal due diligence pass this? Normal due diligence passed this because they had formulated a story that was going to pass through QuickBooks, through the bank statements, and through the taxes. I'll give you another aside. There's a business broker that claims they're a Harvard finance expert that was involved with this, and I'm sure he had his hand in this forgery. So where was the lie? The lie was that a big piece of the revenue could not be substantiated by invoices. Now, here's the reality. I don't check invoices on 100% of my QOEs. It's when I sniff something that smells like you know what that I say, you know what? Let me test a couple of invoices to see what's going on. So I asked to test the invoices. The seller, all of a sudden, blue collar dude, you know, he does security. He beats people up. Oh, no, man, we got them all in paper everywhere. I mean, why don't you fly on out here, man, and take a look at anything? When people want you to fly across the country to look at something they can scan with their phone, you start to think this smells like the dookie on the ground. So I'm saying, hey, flying to do that's kind of wild. You have an office manager. Why don't we get the office manager on the phone? There's got to be some rhyme or reason of where these invoices are. Maybe they can find them. So we get on the phone call with the seller and the office manager, but they're in cahoots. So we don't know where it is. We got 2024 stuff over here, 2025 over here. What box? Maybe I can just send a box to your house, Elliot. So they were proposing these preposterous things to obfuscate the truth. So the lie was all in there. So finally I just said, you know what? Let's cut to the bull swank. Pick any 10 invoices, take a picture with your phone and send them to me. Have them to me by 2 days from now, and we'll just check those. And if we need to do 10 more, we do 10 more. But it doesn't matter which 10. I don't need to get a certain date, just 10. When those didn't hit in 2 days, I was 100% sure this deal was bull swank. But my client wasn't sure yet, so it took them another week to get to the place where I was. When we talk about the risk layers that other people miss, what I'm talking about is 3 phone calls that took a week and a half. Now I'm talking about 2 weeks of patience I had to have with my client. He finally called me and said, Elliot, I can't believe that we can't get 10 invoices from these guys. Like, how the hell do they expect me to give them $4 million personally guaranteed dollars and they can't come up with 10? They can just walk in there and take pictures with their phone. What the heck is going on? That's when the smell went from level 1 fart to level 10 fart. Because now I could explain it because the client was frustrated and couldn't understand it either. So then I gave him what really happened. Bank statements just do cash in, cash out. And oftentimes they do a very poor job of allocating what the cash came from because that's not the bank's business. It's having the cash that you got deposited. Well, what prevents a seller from recognizing their break-even business couldn't sell for jack squat? Going and getting $1 million either from their real estate portfolio or their parents, putting it into the bank like it's revenue from a customer, 100% of that fake revenue drops down to the bottom line. And now all of a sudden you have $1 million EBITDA business that's selling for $4 million that doesn't generate a profit at all. So I conveyed that to my client and he's looking at me like, Elliot, would somebody actually do this? Absolutely. People will do this for $100, $1,000. Don't think they won't do it for $4 million. The test was when I finally asked them for 10 invoices, doesn't matter which ones, take a picture with your phone and email it. The bar for ease of getting this information to us was so low that anybody could do it. So them not doing it meant by definition they were lying. But that takes a lot of confidence to push a seller that far because he knew and I knew that I was calling him a liar. The sad part is the bank had already underwritten this loan, was calling my client every week to close the deal because they had enough information to close it. But he and I knew, my client, that this was a break-even business that never could have supported the debt load. But had he not had the right team on his side, he would have done an irreversible thing like pay $4 million for a break-even business. And that sounds like bankruptcy.